Peace, family, your boy Spin City definitely is in the spot. So, did we looking at day 7, right? Day 7 on this fast February. So, I'll be giving out more information and proposing a challenge at the end. So, let's go ahead and dive right in. Today's information, we want to speak on um considering like fasting for like special conditions, populations of individuals, you know what I mean? Because there's several populations who should take, extreme caution and only fast maybe under supervision, you know what I mean? With a coach, their physician, whatever the case may be, because, some of these can have adverse effects. So we don't want to I'm not gonna come up and give this fasting information and say that fasting is the end all be all. This is what cures everything. No, 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 no. You know what I mean? It's great. You know what I mean? Of course, we've been through the last 6 days talking about how good these benefits really are. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some information where people in special populations, you know what I mean, they could hear this and say, okay, man, I remember they talking about fasting, but I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So, number one, y'all, will be people with gout. Okay, so gout is the result of chronic buildup of uric acid, right? During fasting periods, the elimination of uric acid through urine decreases, which leads to the increased levels in the body. Fasting has not been shown to cause gout, but those with pre-existing conditions should go ahead and take extra precautions, you know what I'm saying, before you begin fasting. So think about that. Definitely take that into consideration. Take that into your mind, family, when it comes to fasting for those folks, right? So next we'll speak on individuals that have been prescribed medications. We always looking for our shift and looking for our way out when it comes to redeeming ourselves, and coming off of, you know what I mean, the man-made medication. So y'all definitely be on the lookout for that as well. So certain medications are only to be taken with food, right? So people taking these medications definitely need to plan their fasting schedules accordingly. It gotta be accordingly. If you gonna refeed, whenever you want to break your fast, you definitely want to set up your time a certain way. I'll be teaching y'all about chronobiology in your fast while we doing this fast February, because we about to get into it. We about to get challenging. So that's what's gonna be up. But so you gotta definitely watch that, right? It is possible, y'all, to, you know, work your medications into your fasting window, your patterns, whatever you set, depending on what kind of fasting regimen you choose. Remember, we spoke on, quite a few type of fasts already. So if you go back to those videos, what is fasting, right? Maybe like day 1 or 2, you know what I mean, to where I'm dropping these different types of fast, intermittent fast and juice fast, right? So whatever you choose, you actually might be able to get it in, definitely with the with like juice fasting, you know what I mean? The caloric liquid fast might be um, pretty good, but for total fasting, intermittent fasting, definitely, you know what I mean, create that window, y'all, for sure. So, right, because um, you'll choose what type of fast you want to do, right? That's what you'll be working on. Oh, I'm gonna do intermittent fast. I gotta fit this in. I gotta do this medication in, because everything we just spoke on just right there is especially true for those with diabetes and other blood sugar regulation issues. You know what I mean? So you're at an increased risk for hypoglycemia. So real quick, let's just shift right into that. You know what I mean? So that's another population that want to be careful. Okay, so people with diabetes run the risk of diabetic ketoacidosis, a complication that occurs when the body can't produce enough insulin. Okay? When the body doesn't have enough insulin during the fast periods, diabetics run the risk of overproducing ketones, which could potentially damage the kidneys and cause swelling in the brain. We don't want to go for that. You know what I mean? My folks that are experiencing diabetes, let's go ahead, tap in. Now we know that information. I want y'all to be safe. You know what I mean? I want y'all to be as safe as possible, right? And then there's me. You know what I mean? There's one more population, right? There's one more population, speak up, and that's extremely lean people. Folks, I'm all the way lean, right? I got the little arms, I just work on whatever muscle I do have, you know what I mean? Especially in my times of fasting, okay? So, very lean individuals, men under, 10% body fat, women under 18% body fat, and getting close, right? So I would say 10 through 15, for the gods, and 18 to about 26 for the goddesses. Let's just think about that, because we're at an increased risk for hormonal imbalance as a result of calorie restriction, right? So we don't have that much energy to burn. We're not wearing much. It puts more strain on our body because we're already not wearing much. It's not much going on my body. You know what I mean? I will put my muscles together, and I'm using fasting to get more muscles anyway. You know what I mean? I know when to run my fast, when not to fast too long. You know what I mean? Just to keep everything in balance. What caloric needs, need to be met. So I'm meeting all that, but I'm definitely a lean individual, y'all. And I'm always work with a student, work with a client, get my yoga in, get my boxing in. It's been more about energy with me. Y'all seeing that, I went up, I was real muscular one, of course, and then the gym was open, so I had heavier things to lift, but as I turned on more yoga, more aerobic exercise, we started to we just started to I started to lose a little muscle. I did let my muscle atrophy. You know what I mean? I could fluctuate in my size most of the time. I can get right back big as soon as I get up under load. But again, I'm going to change my fasting, right? I'm going to definitely change my styles of fasting. So y'all, boom, I got that information across. Here we go. We're going to go into a fast, you know what I mean, all together. You know what I mean? During our times. So we'll be looking at everybody for yourself, 4 hours. You know what I mean? After you wake up, you won't consume yet unless it's water or coffee. You know what I mean? So we'll be, boom, up to 11 a.m. your time. 11 a.m. your time, family, you can start to consume. Because I think that's cool. Because I was going to think about the 4-hour method, but boom, switch easy. Set a time for yourself. 11, right? 11 hit, y'all. Your feeding window is open. We're going to make it like our favorite store, right? We don't eat it until our feeding window is, feedingwindow.com is open, right? For yourself at 11 a.m. And I want them to close. Feedingwindow.com is closed. You know what I mean? By 7 p.m. Okay? And then everything else will be waters and teas. So I definitely want to challenge everybody to just a quick intermittent fast. It should be about 16 hours worth, because that's where I got the whole 4 hours after you wake up, 4 hours before you go to bed. I was going to go that route. Whole lot easier, man, just to, put out a nice, solid, tangible time point. So, but, okay, if 11 to 7 actually is way off, it might be a little uncomfortable for you, cool. You know what I mean? Try to use the 4 hour after waking, 4 hours before you go to bed, because we're imagining trying to get about 8 hours worth of that good restorative healthy sleep, rest, and recovery. you know what I mean, and get those free hours while we are resting and sleeping. And then, 4 hours each side, giving us an 8 hour feasting window. So definitely set up 8 hour feeding window. I just want to all get us through our first 16-hour fast. I will come back on tomorrow and take you guys through my opening and closing of the fast, y'all. So I would love to see it. Appreciate y'all for constantly tapping in on this first 7 days of fast February. Now we about to get into it. We will be fasting together. We're also going to start to bring up more spiritual fasts, tangible business fast and social fast, speaking fast, you know, sensory deprivation fast. So that's like listening to loud music and, so a lot more fast coming. But let's get into our first healthy body physical fast tomorrow, y'all. I'll drop the video early in the morning when I am breaking my fast. So that way we can see what's going on. Your boy Spin City is so appreciative. Make yourself God's again. Healthy is wealthy. It's all about longevity. Family salute. See you tomorrow.